right, 11 seconds in. This is Dr. Death Rules 001. Dr. Death Rules 001. Rust Academy 101. Titanfall 2 times. Community server. Okay, so these are boring videos, but I think they're educational. So what I'm going to do here is this is what you spawn in, and this is our community server. Me and Alto Titann, ALTOTIT8, and you can catch him on YouTube and TikTok. So you spawn in on this in our community. We figured out having this after about 9 months, that the more we really help people, and we didn't cheat. We never showed favoritism. If somebody was raiding, like I mentioned in the last broadcast, excuse my cough, we watched one of our former teammates and allies get raided. And we were in God mode, and we were flying around, and there's nothing we could do about it. It was a fair online raid. I mean, that's how it is. But let's get started. This is where I left off the last broadcast. I kind of ran out of gas. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Oh, man. No. No. Excuse me. So, I'm just going to do all this, and then I'm going to do this right here. I'm not a PvPer. 700 plus days on console. Alto Titann battle. We had 1,000. Family and friends got me in this game. I'm not a PvPer at all. My nickname's Captain Good, and I do cook rockets, and I'm good at it. Not but that's all I ever do is just farm. That's it, and I cook rockets. And my last how-to was in a situation where I created where I was totally solo, and I think it's worked for me. You go back and watch it. This is where I ended up at, right outside Outpost here. And 100 pop. We usually have 6 men on White Day. We haven't did it a while, in a minute. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. So I'll catch you up to speed on that as fast as I can. So if you look at the map, so my whole deal now, if you're solo and you're going to do 100 pop, good luck. Seriously, good luck. Because we did them all. We did 20 pop. We did 30. We did 60. If you're just starting the game, go back and watch that, and maybe you'll learn something. It was from the other day, Monday. And what excuse me, what my routine is I always build my outpost. Because I can't shoot a gun. I just can't. Well, I'm better than I was, because since we've had our server for quite a while, I've learned how to shoot, but I still don't. It's still not me. So I spawned in here, and I simulated what it would be like on White Day. And if you're just learning the game, I highly recommend you to go on a vanilla. Do not do community. Communities are garbage. We have a community, but I'm not bragging. We're a-holes when it comes to running the server. We were asked to run 3 other servers because they all had servers that came on and requested us, and they said, "Man, you guys are always on, not like that." But I'm an old head. You can hear by the way I'm talking. I am an old head, but man, we don't mess around, because you put your time in and you lose everything because of some admin. No, we never play it away. So I highly recommend, as a solo and new to the game, to please do a real low pop. A real low pop. If you go to Rust Academy 101 here on our YouTube channel, and we have stuff like how to pancake, we run momuments, and I missed family and friends got me into this unforgiving game. So I was 2 wipes in, 2.5 maybe, two and a half. We never haven't missed a wipe since then. Titann was 1.5. So he is a PvPer. He's played multiple games. I mean, multiple. He plays, so he's doesn't have the hours, but he has a lot of clocked in here. And we have. That's it. Was 4.5 years of playing this. 700 hours, 700 days. I mean. So we highly recommend to do something, because if you're even if you're a good solo player and you do a high pop, you're still going to get killed. And here's the reason why, is because nowadays Rust is loaded with, if you go to every server, vanilla mainly, you will see like a big base over here. It's probably 4 to 8 man. Come up over here. This is what I've been experienced last few years. 8 man over here. 6 man over here. You're not going to hit these monuments. You're not going to get anything. And if it's a real good team, they're going to be hug and launch, and they're going to be running oil and cargo. So to farm and be successful as a solo on a 100 pop server, no, you'll be gone in a couple of days. And so I highly recommend, if you're trying to learn the game, just do a real low pop. Don't be embarrassed, man, if you're on like a little 4 pop. That will give you a chance to go back, look at some YouTube channels, learn the monuments, and you won't get frustrated at the game and quit. You know how many people called me up or reached out to me at Titann and said, I hate it. We've been there. He could take care of himself. Titann, he just go to Alto Titann on Rust or TikTok, and you'll see what damage he does to people. So what I'm trying to do here is just have fun. This is our server, Titanfall. It's dead. But if you want to join, follow us on TikTok, Rust Academy TikTok, or Alto Titann, and message us. We'll get on and we will show you how to run launch. Titann can run launch in 8 minutes or less. And we will show you how to run everything. And then that way that you'll be ready, and we'll prepare you if you really want to do a higher number or start solo, then find one guy, a duo, and work your way up. I would highly recommend, do not do an outpost team. You see the squeakers all the time. Boom, white day. After 3 o'clock, when they all get off school, they're all running around, all the solos. Hey, you want to team up? You want to team up? Team up. Next thing you know, there's about 8 of them teaming up. 3 days later, they're inside each other. I don't highly recommend to go for quantity, just go for quality, and you'll get a lot of this game. I don't enjoy Rust like I used to. The more they add, the more dog shit it becomes. And the reason why I say that is the simple fact that when Rust originated, it was Dome, no tech tree. Dome was kind of the big deal. Harbor was kind of like these little monuments here. And everybody worked and grind for everything. I mean, they worked hard. So that's what kind of people you have on. Now with the communities, and they add more and more newfangled crap. Now everybody wants everything now. Nobody wants to grow up, and then now you got all the cheaters and Zen too. So it's really watered the game down. It's not near as it's just not. A lot of different players. So let's get started. Enough Babylon, but I hope what I just say can help people, because like I said, we have over 300 allies, and there's new people that reach out to us, say, "Can you come over for now? Can you come over, man? We need more people. We're getting ready. 8 man on." It's like, no, we don't have time. If anything, we try to get our little server up, trying to help people. That's why we have the Rust Academy 101, is the fact that it's a how-to. So let's get started. So back to this. So I launched the other day. I simulated, go and fly around and stuff. So I ended up right here, and I did my usual routine. I run the shoreline, and then I came and got some pumpkins. I'm gonna reiterate real quick pumpkins, and then I just went over to hit harbor, Goo Harbor. Now I'm simulating that this is a big pop. Of course, we have 0, so it was a lot easier. So first thing I did was hit two trees and all that. I'm not going to go through all of it. End up to where I finally made it here, watched the video, and now I'm like I said, and I was probably 4 hours in, maybe 5, just to get my little gaga goo goo base down, which is right here. So I try to hide, kind of, that's a busy road, which kind of stinks, but it's close to our outpost. That's my level. That's it. I'm not a bow guy. I'm not going to go get a DB. I'm not going to grow. I'm not going to do all that. What I'm going to do is keep my solo locks on, and then if my team's not available and I'm just goofing off just for the challenge on wipe day before we get 6 to 8 guys on, it's a different story with them on. So now I have to go out and find a way to honeycomb this, because I want this by the end of the day, which is a long day, is to metal this. Because if you have a big team and they're doing airdrops or Bradley and they're getting C4 and they're a-holes, you just come over here and 2 C4 and you're just, it's done. Everything you work for 5-6 hours, grubber, hard grinder, is gone. The problem I had with this base is what I went into last time was this is dead right here. So this base is really basically all that work for nothing. So I want it to be, if you're going to get me, you're going to do basically almost 2 rockets. We're going to say 3 rockets to get to the door. It's not going to be true for 2-4. And then you got 2 here, and then 2 here. Now we're at 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If they want a door path, go let them have the shit. Just let them have it. So my deal is definitely get this, because that's the first thing they do on a base like this. This right here, a guy will jump up, he'll jump up right away. Where are we at? Is this stone or what? So I metal this in right here. I'm not going to go out and gather up. We're past that. So let me do this. That's really kind of the next struggle, is how am I going to go out there and farm, and not get killed? Well, you do. You just really do. Okay, especially you got a lot of people by bandit camp and also by outpost. And then the worst ones are the ones that hang out for that one green crate at gas station and grocery store. So what I do is let's do this. So stay with me, because we do have a dead side. So my goal is, by the end of the day, even if it takes 5,000 trillion hours, even I'm an AM, even if I have to take a break, which usually I do. So if I'm just goofing around and I have the liberty and the time to do a white before the 3 o'clock, then that's what I'm done by about 6:30 or so. Excuse me. I go ahead and do half walls, because you don't want, you gotta fool them, but you don't want to be some big, huge, fancy. You gotta what you call fly under the radar. So I come over here and I make these a-holes, you know, the ones that flex, they stick out their chest and flex. Here's what I want to use. It's gonna be a lot easier. And rate a solo, you know, 1x3. You know, it's just like they're out there. I was just on one that just like I got rated 3 times in 5 days, the solo. With one of them had 5 garage doors on it, and they door pathed me. Well, congratulations! I didn't even have a bench in there. What I did was I hid that outside, away from the base of the satchels. All my good loot, and they didn't even get that. They door pathed like 18 rockets. Good luck. Okay, so excuse me. Let's put this down, and then if you got a lot of frags, which I'm big on frags, do it. And then do this. You could really just kind of be an ass. And put the car ramps down. But if you're going to stay here, you know, I didn't anticipate to get anybody on. I just got on just to goof off. So, let's see if I can still do that. So, I'm not the rules. Yeah, I've been with some players that are just like phenomenal players. They can do it all. I'm not going to worry about that, but you get the idea. See, so I got killed the last time I was trying to do this. I got close to getting it all. So you got it all honeycomb. There we go. And then you do this. I'm just going to watch. I don't care. I'm going to speed it up. So I have to use that. I don't call me lazy, I don't care. That's just hitting the B, but I don't care. So what are we looking at? I'll tell you what we're looking at. I don't know. Car ramps are, I think they're 4 rockets. I don't like white trash stone bases. I don't at all. We metal everything out. So what you could do is you kind of have to dummy down these people. So if someone wants to do a splash with a rocket, if you're not familiar with that, is if you hit in the center, like right here. Hold on. If someone wants to join our server and learn something, just join. I mean, if you're looking for some highfalutin wild, and you're really the more you get into those, the more stupid they get. I've never, and I'm not saying all communities, but we've been on our share to where it's just it's a bunch of garbage. And what I mean by that is just, see, this is just wrong. You know, it's just wrong. And the reason why I say that is because if they stand here with rockets and shoot right over here, well, they're gonna. If anybody has any kind of freaking brains, they know that they get. If you hit at least right here, it's 8 rockets or 4 C4. You're going to open all, well, C4 won't, but rockets do. If you shoot right here in that T, all 4 of these are going to open up. The biggest bang for your buck. All right, let's do this. Ah, you're kidding me. That's the best time it shoots for me. Alright. Again, this is Dr. Death Rouge. Trying to show you a little how-to. Nobody's on our server. Nobody likes this. This is a 2x3. It's enough to hold you over. Depends on what. Finish. 8. I think a ramp's 4, and then you come over and you do this. Because if you're farming pretty good, what am I doing? Oh, I see. Never done that. There we go. Well, I know on the airlock, so you can put an airlock out there, which I will. It's not important. And then if you come over here and be a real clown, it's going to cost you not a whole lot. It's a lot of bang for your buck. So you do this right here. That's 16. So you got 16, 4 maybe for rams, which is 20, and then you got 8 on top. So if they go right ahead. I mean, if you're going to do 16, if you're going to use 24 rockets for a 2x3, you need go to another server. So if we hit this, see, it's 13. And then they're confused because they're like, where do we splash? And then if you come over here and look, you're at 9. You're at 9 HQ. I mean, that's a day. But what you really want to do is the ultimate goal is to HQ and this. And then let's do that. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. So my next step is to, of course, put all the garage doors right here. Let's do that. I think I'll get the way. I think I have enough metal. I'm not going to put no locks on. Also, excuse me, I mentioned the other day, if I jump out here with my team, and I'm kind of like trying to get everybody together, and it's taking some time, then it's peaceful. And the reason why I say that is because once Titann, everybody gets on, man, chaos. It just starts. They just rattle, shake. I mean, they're PvPers, and you know, then that's when it begins. The big boy stuff starts to happen. Solo, you don't get messed with unless you're on a really toxic server. But so then now on phase 2, I've been out farming, cooking stuff down. I got a pancake roof. Now, see, that doesn't look bad. See, and here's another thing. You just can't jump up there now. Solo, you can't. Even if you put a box in, you can't get up there. You can with a boost. But this is what happened to me the other day, is that I don't know what happened. I can't put nothing here. I can't. You have to get this secured. You just have to. Now you can either do triangles, and you really want to do this corner and this one, and this one's the most important. So, you know, let's do it both ways. Let's go. Let's see what I do. I just do squares because if you're uncertain, you could kind of metal these 16 and do stone here, but it also gives you flexibility to do a couple things. See, look, I'm just screwed here. And I apologize. I don't know why, who, what, when, or where. I didn't know that hill would make that much bigger difference. Let's use your imagination. Just imagine it. So you can connect this and come over here. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna show you the reason why. It still don't look obnoxious. It just kind of looks like a gaga goo goo base, and that's what you want. Now, please keep in mind, I'm still talking about 100 pop server. Okay, so now, the last time I came out with this right here, that was my airlock, was right here. And then you can come right here, and then, if you could wrap around here, which you can't, and then you could even do this. You could do that and put horses right here if you do fertilizer. So let's stay focused. So let's just revert, let's just say this is all enclosed. And then you can put a door right here. And it still doesn't look stupid. So just imagine it's square, and someone say, okay, it's not honeycomb with triangles, but we know what it is. We know this is all, it's just it's a incognito. But this is what right here is. So now you're at 16. Good luck. See, beautiful. You get the idea, and then you just clean this up right here. Now you can honeycomb that. See, if you do this right here, and you're running for your life, maybe you hear shots, just always take out just as much as you need, nothing more. Don't go out there to fall in, full in a tornado. Because I've been killed. The last time, like 600 frags, and I think he left my hammer and building plan, which wasn't bad. And I think he left. That's bad. I think that's all I went out there. I was naked. Oh, wait a minute. See, so you could go this way. You could keep this. You could honeycomb this, honeycomb that. That's real important. That one and that one, and then maybe this one, and then. This right here, and you could go out if you think that you're going to have some guys come on, but you don't want to put the code locks on yet. You can do a door here and come back out. where I'm headed with this is you can. You gotta sit down. All right, man. I'll try and stay next to this mic. I'm in and out. So you can wall this off and then wall that off and then use this as an entrance and let your duo use that entrance. It works. I'm telling you, it works. So this isn't too obnoxious. And then if you have horses in here, that helps out a lot. So you have a door right here. So it's still going to be right here, armor 16, and then they're going to have the door path, you know, to get here. So you don't want to put door there, door there. Let me stay with this mic. So, yeah, you just want to put like a door. Usually, that works right there. And then if you bring the horses in, you could still get around. And they think, oh, this is just for horses. And they think, oh, this ain't. You know, this is. Oh, he has horses. And that is, you know, then now you have. You know, you could have. Kind of maybe wall that off. We'd probably wall that off. So you're looking at. Yep. Yes, sirree. And I don't think that we're looking at. Let's do it air right here. See, now that's not too bad. I mean. Now this is going to be closed off, and this is going to be closed off. So it's just going to look like a box and a solo, and that's a manageable. So, and the reason why I pancake this, another thing that helps out quite a bit, is the fact that if you are going, you want them to door path. That's what you want them to do. Because once they see this, then they're not going to do that. And if they see that this is metal. You know, so you're talking, you're like 2 rockets, just say 2. If you have a garage door there, now you're at 8. About 10, and then you're going to have HQ right here, that's 16. And we've had bases like this, and we've lived out of them. We were just goofing off. We weren't doing a huge wipe. And then, you know, like, I'll start, you know, like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? I said, nothing. You on a server? That's Alto Titan. You can see him on TikTok and YouTube. Man, come on, man. You doing a server? I'll get on, man. I'll get on. No, man. Give me a couple more days. No, I had that right. Because I knew once he gets on, here comes the offlines or something. Because then when this little base goes from code lock to key lock, from key lock to code, then it's a whole different, you know, especially if you're kind of close to a big base. Now you're in their farm lane. So there you have it. So that's kind of my setup. So if you want to go back and see my first part, which is absolutely dreadful, it is a dreadful system. But if you're a PvPer, good, go get your bow. You're going to get killed. You're going to come across 4-man, 2-man, 3-man, and I'm strictly thinking if you're a solo trying to do it on a 100 pop. But again, it goes back to what I said earlier. You know, if you're just starting out, you could reach out to me or an Alto Titan in messages. We also have a Discord. It's on this server, and then we'll teach you whatever you need to know. I have 700 days on this, good or bad. I don't care what you say. I've been called everything you could actually imagine in this game. Doesn't bother me one bit. Been able to play with a lot of great players, a lot of family and friends, you know. big zergs, kill servers, all the fun stuff. But now we're at the point to where it's like we do a lot of how-to. We've got a server. We still enjoy having our little server. We also moved over to the dead side. We got TikTok dead side 101, and then dead side server Titanfall, same name. I absolutely love that game. And you know what? A lot of Rust players that like it more than Rust. And I'm not going to argue. Dead Side is about 6 months out. We joined that 3 weeks in the launch. Absolutely loved it. So we were fresh. We had a former teammate named Undeniable Gas, great player. He had already jumped on it I think it was only 5 weeks old. He had been on it for about 5 weeks, so he taught us like a crash course and saved us a lot of agony, and that's all we're trying to do over here at Titanfall 2 times. Again, this is Dr. Death Rules 001, a partner in crime. Alto Titan, ALTO TITA double N. You can catch him on YouTube and TikTok. He also on Twitch. Go check his Twitch account out. He just beat Resident Evil 3. I watched him do that. He's a content creator too. But yeah, and you don't have to honeycomb this here. You just don't. I would metal the roof. I definitely metal it and stone this so you don't look like a arrogant person. They go, oh man, so stone for some reason with some people, if it's real little and you're about 5 or 6, 7 days in, Friday night raids. That's if you survive that, the wipes on Thursday, if you can get kind of set up and not even at this level, but just kind of survive that Friday, and then by Sunday, if you're still around, you're going to be okay for a few days. But always try and get everything set up for Friday. Fridays are always the raid days. Every Fridays. So that's it. I'm going to go. I am 38 minutes in. If you have any questions, like I said, let's see where I want to do this real quick, though. Let's do this. $38 a day. That's not bad. It's manageable if you recycle a lot. Excuse me. If you crumb munch, you should be able to run around outpost like I showed you in the last video, and I'll show you real quick. Ow. Excuse me. It does have a brown crate, and if you're a king grubber, that's gold. It's like level 3, but you gotta be careful. Don't run out there with the full inventory. To hit a barrel, get that. So you can come here. Look, you can get your petro, which I call low grade, and you're in a safe zone. Look, I'll show you something real quick. So get the most important, the beef right here. If you're coming in and you're going to do that, grab that real quick, and then you're not in the safe zone there. But then look, if you hit that, that's 10, that's 20, 30, just running around 40, 50, 60. There's another one too. Where's she at? It's all the way on this other entrance. So that's all dead over there. But then if you have this boy right here, where's he at? 70, 80 scrap just off road signs. Now I'm really telling you trade secrets, but make sure you hit all these first, because those road signs aren't probably going to go anywhere. And make sure you always have a rock. If you could run over a crumb muncher and get another rock like up here, then you can keep making rocks. You won't get, there's 8 out here, There's one right here. There's 4 in here. So you're at 90. And 3 more over here. This one stinks because a lot of times it goes in the wall. Yeah, you could just run around here and gather up and stay in the safe zone. And I mentioned on my last one time it was a crazy pop. Just crazy. And there was all kind of trash piles outside of Outpost. And there wasn't any king grubbers at all. So I just was, throughout the whole day, I'd come back and get on for a little bit. I stayed with an Outpost and tech treat all the way down to Satchels and got some guys on. We raided that night. Didn't even leave. Didn't leave. Just hit trash piles, of course. Call me what you want. That's fine. But it worked for me. And that's the most important thing. What works best for you? Don't listen to anybody. I don't care if you use a Tommy other than an MP5. Whatever works best for you. We had one guy that had a 4-time scope. Yep, on a Tommy with a suppressor. That was his go-to. Swear to God. So that's it. See, but you got to be careful. I got killed out here one time. I thought I was in a safe zone, and man, I was like right here. I lost everything. That's the most important thing too. If you're Outpost grubber, please put a bag down. Put a bag down right away, right by Outpost. And then, like I said, you go back and watch it. You could run right here, farm, kill yourself right here, run back out naked, farm some more. You got 45 minutes, and then you also have a few minutes to where if you find something really good, you can run right back and put it on your body before it goes in the bag. Let me see what else I can do. There's really a lot of crates. Let's go over to power plant. I'll show you what I have been doing on our server. I've been unlocking the crates and building a little TC just wide open and putting loot in the box. So if we ever get anybody back on the server, they'll be running around on the, hey man, mystery box, Mr. Box, Mr. Box. What was that on? How you sweat? What was it? Was it Fortnite? Anyways, yeah, this is Dr. Death Rules 001 on Titanfall 2 times community server. My partner in crime and duo from day one, family and friends got me on this. I'm an old head. Everybody knows that. So they got me on a long time ago. I'm back in the Halo days. And used to entertain and had a lot of people come over, and then my feet started hitting grass. Then they got me back in. Actually got me back into this Rainbow Six the first game. I'm 190 level. That was 5 years ago. So I'd probably be a little bit higher. Still not very good at it. Man, that is a toxic game too, man. I've been called everything you can imagine. When I started video game, it was no live, so it was a whole big transition. There she is right there. Let's start her. So I've been doing Sunday, and Wednesday live videos. Titan's working with me. We're going to try and punch out a whole bunch of how-tos. We have another account called Next Gen. A TikTok account called Next Gen versus Rust. Dead Side. There's a great comparison of, it's the same kind of, over there they have houses on Dead Side, guns and stuff like that. But it's just like it's just like the roadside grubbing. Same thing, you just go through and that's like bottom feeder. And then, of course, you got little missions like tier 1 missions, tier 2, tier 3. It's great. So I'm going to come over here for a second and figure out what this is. We just added this. This server is she's a virgin, completely white, no BPs, everything wiped. There was one person on yesterday, and as soon as I got on, they got off. That was a sketch. It's a PS player. So I have no idea why he did that. I did a meet and greet. Here's something here. I don't know anything about Train Yard. Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, motorcycle. Okay, I think, what's this? Work on vehicle. Why do I still play Rust? I don't know. I really don't. We're really gonna concentrate on content. We're involved with, I own a couple companies, and it's just been busy. And then the biggest part of it is we run big Zergs. If you go and look at our channel, we had a lot of great players, and there's a lot of people just isn't gaming no more. One of our allies, period. Not Rust or anything else, just not gaming. You know, transitions happen. People grow up. People do stuff. People get busy. People go to PC. They cock their nose up. Uppity. No, I'm just kidding. We had a handful of guys. I think is there fuel storage? I think I know how this works. Give me a second here. Junkyard's junkyard. What you gotta do is crush and recycle. And I think it starts right here. Now I tried one of those airplanes, the helicopter, minicopter. Man, nope. 1 second. Connor, you still watching? Sea Dog is one of our teammates. I think he's. Let me check my YouTube sound. Connor, you still watching? Sea Dog is one of our teammates. I think he's. Okay, I'm back. I made that a mic adjustment. I noticed the last one. I just like gaming. You know, arcade stuff was just coming into age when I was really young, and everybody still likes them. The problem with nowadays is gaming gets demonized. You know, which is stupid. If you do anything in a minimal and do it in moderation, you're okay. But you know, this helps the eye-hand coordination. I'm thinking that I have to get in this seat somehow. Is there something I'm missing? There we go. How do I get in? I know what I have to do is grab a car, excuse me, and throw it right in here, and I'll get scrapped. I know that's a junkyard, man. I'm an old school man. I'm old head. Where's the stairs? Right here. I gotta get in the car. Get in the car. do. Let's see what happened here. Why it didn't change, I have no idea. I always try and keep it in the middle. Right here. Right here. I don't have anybody watching. Maybe Connor, if you're still watching. Someone help me out with this. Titann has a studio next door. Oh, there we go. Alright, right trigger is down. Same thing. Left trigger's down. Up. Right trigger's down. Guys, it was like driving a warthog. Wonder how much fuel. Why won't it flatten out? Okay, that doesn't work. Sticking. Down. That's up. I've hit every bumper. Oh my gosh. There's the light. Your Y button turns the light on. Wait a minute. There's lettering right there. I missed it. How do I get that back on? Alright, let's try it again. Right button to take the back on and off. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. It's on right now. Let's go here. Stop. Oh, there we go. Oh, you. Can you imagine trying to do this? See, that's why you come to Titanfall 2 times server to learn on our dime and don't have to worry about. This is the go left or right with your eyes. The right joystick. There we go. Now we just have to keep. It's not even messing with that. Why am I going backwards? It's really sensitive, the joystick, to your left joystick as you're maneuvering. Bear with me. Stop. There's no brakes. There. There. I gotta keep my eyes straight. Oh my gosh, this is dreadful. It's stuck.
Hey.
What?
Something's wrong with him. He smells like really bad. Come here, old man.
Alright, I'll be right back. I want to see if Titann can help with this. I'll be right back. Back. I think I might take a break from this. Maybe somebody can come on. Somebody can come on and I have it attached. Shut it off. Wait a minute. Oh, it's always running. That's right. Man, what? I'm not. I'll do some more research on it. I did have it. And I got a little goofy on it, but I'm just wondering. Looks like you can get a little bit of loot. I don't think there's any military, those green ones here. Let's see what's up here. See if there's any more loot. I'll tell you what though. One thing I do notice here, let's see somewhere. Let's see if we can grab. Oh, you can. You can grab. You can grab. is you can camp this with a team. You got food. Let me see something real quick. No radiation. No radiation. Yeah, you can get up here. Well, there's 3 of them. There's 3 of those right here. It's the same old stuff, bro. You come up here. I'm wondering if you could actually do this.
Hey. What's wrong? Did this break?
I don't know.
Why is this supposed to go here?
I wouldn't just.
There he goes.
Recycler. Here's what I'm interested in, is if you come over here, what's the highest point you can get to? It looks like you could get, oh, there's a ladder. Oh, there's another, there's 4. Oh, diesel. If you've never been close to junkyard, this is a deadly spot right here. I mean, this is deadly. Let me see if you can get up there and stay up there. And here's the reason why. Right there, you're in high ground, and not only that, you can come over here and run over here. There's another grate. Let me see. Yep. I mean, you could come over here with a Bolty and a good team and just camp this thing all day long and get your scrap in a couple hours. If you got a lot of low grade. I think that's what I would do. So I was with the team right away. Get a boat. Take one guy get low grade and just go on the outer perimeter and get a bunch of petro, which is low grade. Go to outpost, cook it down, and run this machine. Have somebody on this high ground. Let me see high. Oh yeah, look at this. Ease. Put some bags on the outside. What's that? What is that? We will find out here in a second. We will find out in 1 second. Right, yeah. See, they try and made these scientists. I mean, that's kind of always been the par, but there was a minute where, how'd I miss that? Where they made these scientists a little bit more aggressive. There was about a half a dozen changes that Russ made that it was to make that was invalid, man. How is he not dead? It's 2 hits. Oh yeah. Watch this push shot. Dee-dee-da. Are you a bolty? L9. It's tribal. Anyways, this is Dr. Death Rules 001 on our community Titanfall. Just trying to do another little how-to. Excuse me. It was a part 2, a day in the life of a non-PvPer trying to farm and survive on a 100 pop white day. And then kind of added to reinforcing the base. That's what the first part of the video was. Works for me. Right, yay. Yogi, this is for every time that you got me. I was on a 100 pop about 6 weeks ago, just to kind of like see if you could still do it. I did really well, I feel like, for my level, and I got the whole base pancaked. I had it, everything that I just showed you. It was a solo. I had it honeycomb. I had HQ, and then I just got enough scrap to tech tree down a tier 2 to garage doors, and I had 8 gears, which would have gave me 4 garage doors, and I was BP to garage doors. I had 150 scrap to get to garage door. And over the course of that day, I lost 850 scrap to 3 bears and 2 scientists. On my last run, I needed 150 scrap to get to tier 2. I had the frags, I had the gears. I was right outside outpost, 2 squares away. I ran at night, ran right into a scientist. He killed me. I was just done. So that's it. 150 scrap. I said if I survive or survive. I had all metal doors up. They door pathed me. They did get my tier. The other one I had a tier 3 that I hid, and they got that tier 2 from me. But I rebuilt somewhere else. That was AM. The pop was down after wipe day. It would drop down to manageable 60, 40 to 60, which wasn't bad. And I was able to kind of rebuild, and then I lasted a day, and I'd hide everything out in the satchel, and then they door pathed that base that had all garage doors. And then I got back on, and I think I was done after that one. It's like, geez. It seemed like to me that somebody was just roam raiding with just a bunch of rockets, and just why I was right outside of outpost. I had a solo, and they used that much rockets. They raided me 3 times. They raided me on one base, and I rebuilt again, and I didn't have garage doors on the first one. The second one, I had metal doors. They raided. I got up to garage doors. They raided that. And I rebuilt on that, and then I put metal doors up. And because I didn't have a tier 2, I had a tier 3, but I was hiding it until in case I got a team on. And then they door pathed me on that. I mean, it was like that was 11 rockets, and it's like, man, this is goofy. I don't understand why people they end up wasting 40 rockets on 4 of my bases or 3 of my bases or whatever on a solo. I mean, okay. All right, so we're done here. So you can come up here. Ooh, this is even more. I mean, that's... Yeah, you could put somebody on that arm over there, like oil, someone right there, and even somebody stashed over there somewhere in that little dish there. As long as you have 4, so if you go look at the scope, you got north, south, east, west. As long as you put them, you know, you have your outer perimeters with your best shooters. Somebody can run that thing all day long. I'll come back to it on the next one, and I'll come back non-broadcast and get that little machine down to a T, and we'll see exactly what it's all about. But man, there's a lot of man. All right. We are 1 hour and 12 minutes in. I'm not getting a lot of views on these, but I am getting views that climbs every day, even if it's just 1 to 3 people. That's fine. I appreciate all that. And if you could like and subscribe, Rust Academy 101, TikTok 101, and Alto Titan, ALTO TITANN, 2 N's. Oh. Hand me a chocolate bar, even though I'm in God mode. I did a little video building some cars. They're not for me. Dead side cars are better, especially their motorcycles. That's what you have over there. Come on, you sucker. Thought about doing a video where I just run the host server. Where's he going? So if you do ever play Dead Side, or if you have before, the scientists are like doing a campaign. They're annoying. They're a full-blown bot that will hunt you down and fight. And there's level 1, 2, and 3 bots. And the reason why I said earlier that Russ was making some adjustments, they tried to make the scientists aggressive. They kind of backed it down. And then also, Dead Side has wolves that howl, and they run in packs. They run singular, but they also run in packs. And then Russ came out and said, hey, we're making adjustments where a pack leader can howl, and then the pack will come, you know. And I was like, why are they, you know, why? Why more animals? Why? And then also the TC is identical to Dead Side, are real close. And then, of course, Dead Side's graphics are sick. Where'd he go? So we were wondering why, you know, they come out with the next gen, because Dead Side is a cut above. Dead Side game is a cross between DayZ, PUBG, GTA, because you can earn money and buy guns and loots. And Rust. I mean, it's... What we got down there? I bought the... This is a single shot. It's about deer hunting season in the Midwest anyways. Let's shoot it. I crushed him. I know these aren't truly, these are still stags. I missed him there. Oh, he just went sideways. Oh, got him again. Hit him on the run. Let's see what else let me see. I'm not a big monument guy. Again, like I said, my nickname is Captain Cook, and that's what I do. I cook rockets. I farm and cook rockets. I'm a base guy, not a PvPer. I understand my role and I stay in my lane. Hey, what you doing? Is he gonna shoot me? Oh, he can't. I'm in vanish mode. This is for all the times. One thing I do notice about I get the car. What scientists is you could run away and then they miss you and then like you're like okay I'm clear and then they like hit you like 3 times in a row like 5,000 meters away. Let me see something. Let me see. Oh, let's do that. That's what. See that ADD. Let's do this. Let's hit this down to 12. Let's hit this sucker. Let's fly away. Nope. Let's go get that crate. I'll build a little like mystery box. Let's see where all the farm is. I don't mind this map. I can't find that person's base that was on yesterday. As soon as I got on, I teleported to him, and I should have been in vanish mode. I wasn't. And I don't know. He just died right there and left the server. I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking for his base, but. I don't kill horses. I am an older player. Probably the world's oldest Russ. I just don't quite understand somebody kill a horse. I don't in this game. I know it's an electronic game. I get it, but man, I don't know. It's something, I guess, to do with my age. What we got? Ooh, not bad. Here's one thing I have noticed. Here's what else I'm going to do. Watch this. Is that hold on, let me speak. I'm going to put all this loot come over here. Watch this. I forgot what I was going to talk about. Sorry, it's old age. I'm old. Go in this room right here. You go up. It's always dark too. Get your red card. My phone. We won't need that. Let's drop that. I could make a backpack, but I'm not. I'm not going to need 30. Handcuffs. What the? I mean, I don't know. Maybe begging me for handcuffs. They were on with a handful of other players. Just goof off stuff. And I was like, man, no. Little kitty stuff. So then I'm going to come out over here. This ain't a bad spot. Might be too close. Yep. Yep. Man, how far do I have to be? There we go. All right. Let's set this little sucker down. Let's set that sucker down. Let's go through the inventory. Let's put a big one down. So I don't know if I have enough. There you go. Merry early Christmas. There you have it. I'll come over here. No lock. Oh, sorry, I goofed up. Always put the handle first. 177 days. Let's check it out. Alright, not a bad little hit. Not a bad little hit. Yeah. Yeah. I'll do this, but I will not leave no C4, no explosive, no explosive ammo, or rockets, or C4. I will HV. I don't mind that, but all right, let's change the time. I want to take cargo. There's oil. There's lodge. Here comes Chinook. And I'm at ranch. Let me run power plant. Wait, well, I'm an hour 25 minutes in. There's might do a base build, a YouTube base build. I just saw one, I think it's called Mind Blowing. Mind binding or something on YouTube. It was a really unique base. It was tight, which means no open core. I can't stand those bases. Those are the easiest ones to raid. I don't care if they have peak downs or whatever. Go to Rust Academy 101 that you're on right now, YouTube, and go and look at our raids. And it's, you find one spot, you got some guys laying cover fire down, and you get 2 or 3 rocketers, your 2 PvPers, 3 garden, the perimeter. You hit one spot, and you're in the core before you know it. So, but this one's really unique. But there's plenty of loot, but you don't have the liberty of just running around. You can't stretch your legs out. I'm gonna try and find that. Maybe I'll build that next time. But I'm like an hour and a half in, and I appreciate everybody's watching this. Sea Dog for watching. And then if anybody's watching like right now and you're here at the end, I hope you enjoyed it. But if you like, subscribe, it'd be great. Rust Academy 101 and TikTok, Rust Academy 101, and also Deadside. I only got one thing up, but we're working on some there. I can't go live on TikTok on Deadside. I do go live on Rust Academy on TikTok. I'll probably move over to that on the next one. But other than that, appreciate it.